Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to episode 14 of season 2. On today's episode, we're going to be previewing our game against Mallorca tomorrow away from home. Let me introduce my co-host Alex.
Hey guys, how's it going? Good to be back.
All right, perfect. Big game tomorrow. First game back from the international break. Uh, Tough break for us, but first game back.
Yeah, and like you said, it's been a tough break. We're carrying with a few injuries, a few important ones, especially at Araujo and defense. That's gonna be a hole to fill. And now, you know, as we start this the very difficult month of October, we have not
Whoa.
only important fixtures in the league, but most importantly in the Champions League, right? And we're in a difficult group as it is. So it'll be interesting to see how Xavi and the management and the squad and the players can prepare themselves for this tough task because, like I said, the race is on with Madrid. They still haven't tied or lost a single game, which is very
It's
impressive.
it's going to be very hard for because Real Madrid they're just getting back Benzema. So Benzema
Yeah,
back into the team, Real Madrid is only going to get
yeah, that's
stronger, and they're currently flawless in the league, and they're going to have to in this period where our defense is going to be shaky, where we're going to need players to step up. Um, we can't afford any mistakes,
yeah,
and it's
and
going to be tough.
we can also afford a lot of silly ties, right? Um against teams that aren't worth the tie, right? Like teams like Rayo Vallecano, like we can't give away ties like that because the way Madrid are, unless they do have injuries or just have poor form, there's no way we're gonna be able to get points like that. So.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely tough. Um,
Mhm.
but um, tomorrow it's gonna be a good game. It's exciting to see Barcelona back after that long international break. How do you think the game's gonna end?
Well, considering the team is Mallorca and considering how good our squad is, although we do have some injuries, I would like to take the conservative approach and say 2-0, 3-0.
2-0, 3-0.
Nothing too crazy. Maybe 3-1 on a dumb mistake, but a fair score I think will dominate. But yeah, I don't see why we shouldn't be performing as well as we have been doing.
Yeah. So this is the current squad that Barcelona is taking. Obviously, you don't see Frankie De Jong in here. You don't see Kunde. You don't see Araujo.
Right.
Luckily, Dembele is back. I don't know if Sergio Roberto is going to be 100% fit to start. We could see Casado start the game. That would be interesting. I believe he plays in midfield for Barca Athletic. But since Xavi likes to play with that inverted fullback and just have like one fullback just be the attacking fullback, we'll see if he gets a start. And we're obviously going to be playing in our gold kit. I actually really like this kit.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very nice.
yeah, it's very nice. But hopefully we'll see what Xavi does because Xavi in his press conference, he's basically saying like, "Hey, we can play three in the back. We can put Gavi or Frankie De Jong in that right back position." I was really surprised when Xavi said that he was going to put in Gavi because like I was not expecting that at all. Um, but it just shows that Xavi has options. So what would be your lineup to start that game?
Right. So considering the squad that we currently have,
Hmm.
and now I'm just scanning the players real quick to see if there's anyone else. Um, well, I would say obviously our goalie will be Ter Stegen. Left back, I would put Marcos Alonso.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Are you like what formation are you gonna go with?
4-3-3.
4-3-3. Okay.
Yeah, simple 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Uh, yeah. So I would say, right. So Marcos Alonso and the center back pairings. I would actually like to play Piqué. It's not that difficult of a game, and for him to get some minutes. And I would play either Eric Garcia or Christensen, either one.
Okay.
For me, they're interchangeable at the moment. Um, so right, I will play either one of them, and then a right back. Um, if available, I will put Sergio Roberto, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's not the case, I will put Balde.
Balde.
Right, for
Okay.
him to keep getting more minutes, more confidence. And again, he's a very versatile player. I'm sure he can play on the other wing. On the other side of the fullback.
And midfield,
Right. So for the midfield, I would put Pedri, Gavi,
Pedri, Gavi.
and Busquets. To be honest, I think that's fair. And then up top, I would put Dembele, Rafinha, Lewa. Or actually, I take that back. I would put up top Ferran Torres,
Ferran
um,
Torres. Oh wow.
Rafinha, and Lewandowski. I want him to get minutes and get confidence,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
he is going to be important in rotation.
Yeah, he is definitely going to be important for rotation.
Or
Just
you know what? I scratched that again. I will put Ferran Torres and Ansu Fati starting, both of them.
Ferran Torres and Sofati and Dembele.
No, the rest Dembele
Rest Dembele.
and
I
Rafinha too.
okay. That's interesting because my attack is a little bit different. Because I'm on the mindset of like, hey, let's get like a super strong start because we usually see in the international breaks how Barcelona is like struggles. Remember back in March when we beat Real Madrid 4-0 and we went into the international break, we kind of lost our form a little bit. We won
Yeah,
against Sevilla, but then like the team just like it wasn't the same as it was playing previously. And then we got eliminated in the Europa League, and everything like became so much more complicated for us. And it just like it was like a bummer. And we usually have like this curse where after international breaks we don't play as well. So I would like to see Barcelona go full out just to say, hey, this is like an important game. Just to like, hey, some players were resting, some players just like didn't play that as much. For example, like Pedri and Gavi, they were rested in the game against Portugal. They came in, they only played like 30 minutes. So this is like a good game to start strong and start building the momentum because we have some very tough games coming up, and we're gonna need everyone like fully fit, fully fresh, and everything. But I do see your point of rotating.
right. No, I think especially in the attack, right? Because we still want our midfield to be dominant and our defense. I think we can rotate our defense around a little. I mean, we're still getting quality players by putting PK and Christensen or Eric Garcia. I actually made my mind. I would rather see Christensen start. I don't think he's gonna get us many minutes, so
Oh yeah,
give him a good start. And right, I mean, I don't think that's a bad formation to have. And up top, I do see what you mean. You know, you want to bring all the firepower, show them, hey, we got form. But
mm-hmm.
my philosophy is, you know, let the players that aren't getting that much playtime play. It should be a relatively easy fixture and not a difficult a win.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, of course, you know, we gotta go in there with the mentality that we're gonna win and we're gonna dominate. But obviously, you know, give some of those players a little more leeway, give them more playtime. And if by halftime we're not up 1-0 at least or 2-0, sub them out.
Okay, yeah, definitely. No, because our next game on Tuesday is going to be against Inter away from home
Mhm.
in the San
Right.
Siro. So the players that we're going to play, they're going to have to be like up and at them. So the team that I actually would go for, it would be Ter Stegen in goal, obviously. I would start. You know what? I'm going to switch formation. I'm going to go a three in the back. I'm going to have Eric Garcia, PK, and Christensen, Balde, and Rafinha as the wing backs, and I would have I'm going Busquets and Gavi like that. Wait, but actually I'm thinking like, hey, why not even just like stack the midfield, have those three midfielders, just have like two forwards with Usman Dembele and Lewandowski. Have the midfield. I'm just
So
like
you want to
stack.
play 4-4-2?
No, I wouldn't play 4-4-2. I'll play three
Okay, you
five
said three
two.
center backs, right? So you'd be 3-5-2.
Yeah, it would be 3-5-2.
Okay.
Do like have that extra midfielder, just to like populate the midfield because remember we're playing Mallorca away from home, and we're gonna have a lot of the ball. So I don't see the necessary to like go as defensive. So that is an option that we can go with. If not, Xavi could if Sergio Roberto is fit, just have Balde, Eric. I definitely think Eric Garcia can start. I think Christensen starts over Piqué. I think Piqué comes in if like, hey, if another one of our center backs gets injured, I think he's the last choice center back. So it would be Balde, Eric Garcia, Christensen, and if Sergio Roberto is fit, he starts. If not, I would like to see, as I said, the Barca youth player start. Hey, this is an important game, and the same thing happened with Balde. Just give him a chance, see how it goes. He's been training with Barcelona for these past 2 weeks under Xavi, and if Xavi calls him up, he must see something in him. In midfield, there is a possibility of bringing in Kessie. Just and that added just like physicality that he brings. But I would start with our tried and trusted midfield of Pedri, Gavi, and Busquets, and up front starts very strong: Lewandowski, Ousmane Dembele, and Rafinha. If Ousmane Dembele feels 100%, then he starts. If not, start Ansu Fati. But that would be my team, and I think it's going to be a very fun game for us.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point, right? Like, and that's another thing worth mentioning, that I think we should also be rotating the midfield around a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
not too much, because the set of players that we have starting are our most dominant midfield, as we've already said. But I would see it. I would see it reasonable to put Kiesi and for Busquets, and change it
Cassie in for
around a little
Busquets,
more.
yeah, we can see that. Yeah, because then Busquets like is not going to play every single minute in the
Right,
season.
and I would, what? Now that the more that I'm thinking about it, I would actually start Kiesi,
Starting Cassie, oh yeah.
because again,
Hey,
like
it's a
I
shame
hope
that
I hope
Frankie De
I'm
Jong
not.
isn't fit.
What happened?
It's a shame that Frankie De Jong isn't fit because if he was fit, that he would go
Yeah.
straight into that CDM slot, and we could see like, hey, get that run of games that we were talking about
Mhm.
just to see if because Sergio Busquets said that he hasn't made a decision if he's gonna this is gonna be his last season at Barcelona or what he's gonna do. So his future's up in the air. Or we're gonna have to decide what we do in that position.
Right now, and it's one way or another. Although we have the replacements, it's still a tough situation for us, because we haven't played without Busquets in over 12 years.
Yeah, I know. You said he's been such a key player.
It's been
Um,
yeah, it's been I think it's been over 12 years now.
yeah, something like that.
So you
Yeah.
know,
All right,
it's
Bob.
just thinking about it is tough.
Bob, predictions for this game. How do you think it's gonna end? It's gonna end.
Well, like I said earlier, I think we'll get a 2-0 or like a 3-0, 3-1. So
Two
if I
zero
if
three
I have
one.
to say 3-0 win.
A 3-0 win. I am actually gonna go with the same score line. I think Barcelona's gonna keep a clean sheet, and I am saying a Lewandowski brace. I'm gonna say Lewandowski's gonna get back in the scoring ways, and hopefully we get a very exciting performance.
For sure, and I think it's doable, and it's important, like you said, that Lewandowski gets a few goals. I know it's against an easier team, but it still builds your confidence. If we look and considering, if we look back at the poor performance he had against Bayern, it's I
Yeah,
understand it was his ex team and he was playing at his ex home, but we gotta get that confidence up. We gotta get him performing well under pressure, because these next weeks, this next month is gonna be a lot of pressure. So
yeah, definitely,
it'll be
definitely.
important seeing him get on it. And of course, defensively, it's always good to know your defense is playing well against all
Yeah,
sorts of teams.
and there's a possibility that because so far we're the team that's conceded the least goals in La Liga, that finally Ter Stegen wins the Zamora Trophy, um,
Oh yeah,
the most clean sheets in the league. Um,
we're currently the team with the least goals scored.
I think we conceded two goals, one against Real Sociedad, and I think one against um, we conceded two, I believe. Hold on, let me check right now. Let me see. Let me
Yeah, no,
see.
I mean, so far we've had very solid defense
Yeah, it was one
this
against Real
season,
Sociedad. Let me see. Let me see.
and I think for sure the starting defense should be Balde for the best games, right? Balde, I mean not Christensen, sorry, Balde, Garcia, Araujo, um, and a right back,
No.
Conde.
Yeah, our second goal that we conceded was against Victoria Pilsen in the Champions
Right,
League. So,
right.
so two goals
Oh,
this
okay. So
season.
you mean all competitions, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
even in La Liga.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, guys, that was it for today's episode. We previewed Mallorca. We're both Alex and I. We have positive vibes. We think Barcelona is going to win. Let us know in the comments if you guys agree. What do you think the score is going to end? And we'll be back with our post match reaction.
Should be a fun game, guys.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Have a good one, guys.